Hello students, and welcome to the pre-lab video for Introduction to Measurement. In today's lab you're going to be measuring the mass of several different coins, so I wanted to introduce you to the instruments that we use to measure mass in the lab. So there'll be a possibility of two of these, the pan balance, which you see right here, and then the digital scale you see over here. The great thing about the pan balance is it gives us the ability to measure to the 100th of a gram. So I'm going to demonstrate the use of the pan balance first, and then I'll demonstrate the digital scale to you. So the first thing we want to do with any scale really is make sure that it's calibrated correctly to begin with. In other words, it reads or measures 0 with nothing on the scale. So we see the pan balance here, and notice it's pointing a little bit below 0 on the right side here. So I want to adjust that. It's a little below, so I'm going to back out this adjustment screw on the far left side you see here that allows you to zero in or calibrate the balance correctly. So I'll continue to adjust that until I get the scale with nothing in it balanced at exactly 0. So we need to make sure that happens every time we use this scale. So I'm going to measure the mass of this little cylinder here, and you simply place it in the pan. And the pan balance has 4 rails, and they're laid out in hundreds, tens, grams, and then even 100ths of a gram. So I'll move these over until I achieve balance with my object in the pan. So I happen to know approximately the mass of this object, so this should be fairly easy. So I have 40 grams here and then 2 there, but I need a few more to balance here. So I move the 100ths over. And I get balance about right there. So I have 40 here, 4 there. It tells me I have 44 grams, and then I look at my 100th scale and I have 0.2 and then 7 tick marks over. So it tells me I have 44.27 grams. So I'm able to get 100th of a gram with this device, 2 digits to the right of the decimal. So you might want to also use the digital scale here. It's very easy to use. We don't get quite the precision from the digital scale. We only get tenths of gram. So you simply turn the scale on. It will go through a few things here, and eventually it will read, it should read 0. And you simply place the object on the scale, and you get the reported measurement. Here, 44.2 grams. We're only measuring to the 10th of the gram. Now, it may be that you would like to use a tray with this scale. Maybe you had several different objects and you wanted to collectively measure their mass, or maybe you had a granulated material. You needed to put it all in a tray. You would place the tray on the scale, and then you need to recalibrate the scale, kind of like we did with the pan balance for this tray, because you don't want to measure the mass of the tray. So you would just hit the 0 button on the scale. It will re-zero the scale, and then we can measure the mass of the object in the pan, and it will ignore automatically the mass of the pan, and we get again 44.2 grams. And remember, for any digital device, we always record every digit the device gives us. So that's a good introduction, I think, to the instruments you'll use in the Introduction to Measurement lab. So I look forward to seeing you in the lab.